to The Average Drinker. I'm Dara, I'm your average drinker, and dang it, I'm pretty excited right now because got some sweet new LEDs behind me, and I got another new light, so we're slowly getting somewhere with this YouTube studio, and I'm pretty excited about it. But besides that, this week I'm doing something new. I'm kicking off a new series called This or That. So basically, I had Bill go to the shelf because he has all these awesome whiskeys, so many scotches, bourbons, etc. And, well, sometimes I get partial to a certain one and I like a certain one more than another one. And so I kind of just keep going back to the same ones over and over again. But it's time to expand my horizons a little bit and continue on this drinking journey. So I had Bill pick me 2 random ones off the shelf. They could either be scotches or bourbons, but they're generally going to stay in the same family. So that way it's, if it's a rye, they're both going to be ryes. If it's a bourbon, they're both going to be bourbons, etc. If they're scotches, etc. You catch the drift. I'm going to figure out which one I like better. And I'll let you know what I think, what they smell like, what they taste like. And then it'll be time to figure out which one Bill picked for me. And we'll go from there. I can already smell the scotch. Definitely know it's a scotch. Don't know from where or what, but I can smell the peat from here. So I'm going to dive in. I'm going to start over here on the right. This one is significantly lighter than the other one. You can't see them next to each other. This one is a very light in color. Let's give it a little swirl. And it's not super heavy on the peat. Wow. I've had this one before. I can tell you I've had it before. On the nose, I get honey. It reminds me of honey in a tea that you would drink, like a hot tea if you pour honey and some lemon. Just very mild on the peat though, very nice and rounded. It doesn't smell hot at all, and I mean generally with scotch, I'm guessing you're somewhere between 80 and 95 proof, something like that, so nothing gonna really burn those nose hairs. Oh, this just smells very sweet. Honey, lemon, maybe a smidge of leather. It's very nice and complex. Let's give it a taste. Oh, wow. Okay. Whoa. I'm actually very surprised by this. It's not familiar to me, which I'm sure I've drank it before, but wow. I need to take one more sip. Sometimes I get a little bit ADD and I start to think about what I'm tasting and smelling and then I can't continue with what I'm saying. So this one is very sweet and it's just very balanced. You do taste that honey. You do taste some like green tea and lemon. It's not super warm or burny on the palate. It does go down and it's warm down your chest, but it's really, really nice. Super enjoyable, and the peat is just very well rounded. I would say it's more of like that campfire peat versus like a fire in your living room, if that makes any sense. Like for me, I think there's a different char on a campfire that you get like from the logs, and maybe this is more of like an older fire taste that I'm getting. It's very nice. Very, very nice. So this first one is good. It's going to be hard to top that. I'm kind of just over here basking in the goodness of this first pour because it's so good. It's so well rounded and it's in a really, really good scotch. So now got to go to this next glass, and it's darker. I don't want to be biased toward it because I like that first one so much. So time to give this one a fair assessment. On the nose, much different. It's not quite as sweet. The peat is even more mild. You do get that honey note, but I also get something that I get sometimes from scotch that is a little off-putting to me, but that might be me jumping to conclusions. It smells a slight bit like a Sharpie. It has a Sharpie smell on it, but it also that Sharpiness goes away with some really nice honey and citrus notes. So let's give it a sip and see what it is before I'm super judgmental. Wow. Okay, so I was being a little judgmental. Does not taste like it smells. It's much nicer on the palate. The peat is very mild, if like it's very, very mild peat. But it has this incredible sweetness on the back of your tongue. And like, so it comes in right away with that very mild peat and then bursts into this very, very nice sweetness. It's really enjoyable. It's like honey and lemon, but a little bit more bitter than this first one. Not quite as sweet, not quite as balanced. I would say it has some complexity, but a little less than the first one. A light hint of that Sharpie note, but I would say it's more of like a leathery tobacco. I need to take another sip here. It's so easy to drink. This one doesn't burn at all, and it doesn't even warm down your chest. It's almost a little bit watery compared to the first one, so maybe a little lighter proof, but it is still very sweet, very enjoyable. I almost get some dried cherries on this one, and definitely some of that leather. Trying to chew it around because it reminds me of like tea, like a green tea maybe. So the more I knows of these and the more I taste them, I've realized that I definitely like this one on the right a little more. It's really like a honey explosion with lemon and just goodness, a little bit of pepper. It's just so good. And it's actually much better than the one on the left. However, they're both great. All right, so now it is time to figure out which one is which. I'm so ready to figure it out. Let's go, let's go. Are you serious? Okay, so I had Bill grab these bottles, and looks like we have a Laphroaig tin and an Ardbeg tin. Don't know which one is which. He has a red dot on this one, a blue dot on this one, and I guess he put them on the bottom of the glasses. So let's lift them up. We'll start with the one I didn't like as much first, and that would be the Laphroaig tin. So Laphroaig tin. And it looks to me, obviously this is blue on the bottom there. And the Ardbeg tin. Okay, wow. I am really surprised. This Ardbeg tin is so delicious. And I guess these are the standard bottles for each of these distilleries. And now I really want to go to Scotland even more. Like Ardbeg tin, so good. Laphroaig tin, really good. I would definitely buy both of these bottles. Obviously they're on the shelf, but I mean, they're great bottles. They're great drinkers. If you like something a little sweeter, go with the Ardbeg. If you like something with a little more bitter bite on the back end, go with Laphroaig. But in this time, on this or that, this is Ardbeg tin. So which bottle do you guys prefer? Do you like Ardbeg tin better than Laphroaig tin? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't tried them, are you down for trying scotches? Thanks so much for watching The Average Drinker. Be sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I'll definitely be doing this again soon.